you want me to start there too?
It'll be someone when they flip us. But welcome back, everybody, to round 3 of BCS Fallen. We're probably going to transition straight over to the main match, I reckon, where the game's just about to get started between Robin and Daniel. So yeah, we're actually got a pretty interesting matchup here. We've got Rezael versus Aelquilibra, which is not one you get to see very often, because Robin is one of Aelquilibra's strongest warriors.
Yeah, Robin's been playing Elk for a significant amount of time.
Yes, it's released basically. He really liked it when it got announced, and he was like, yeah, this is my new main.
Daniel's been playing nothing but Rezael as well. This is Battle of the Mains.
I'm surprised actually Daniel isn't on Jet this season, because Jet is one of his favorite decks.
I think,
especially now Jet finally gets some new support. But I think, when you're trying to qualify, you're just in for all reliable, right? Jet can be the world's deck.
Yeah, exactly. Play your favorite deck when you qualify for Worlds. Rez will take him through Swiss, and it's up to him to
to follow through later.
Yeah, drop in Cyclers.
Yeah, MP3 draw one, and then effect, show 3 cards with different grades. Show them a 2, show them almost 0, and show them a 1. It's going to be top 5 for ideally a Salgeon.
Do we see a dog?
We don't always hit.
We don't always hit.
But given you have wisdom, I think you don't call the grade 1 here, because if you draw into double T-fold, then you aren't able to resolve them if you call out the grade 1. Which is actually something to consider, because that actually comes up more often than you think. But how do you think this meshes up? Because Aelquilibra has kind of the sustain, but Rezael is pretty good at fending off.
I think it's going to depend on the very next thing Daniel does and what he shows.
First check. That's pretty good. It'd be a T-fault plus the double T-fault.
That double T-fault, yeah.
Some people just wanted more, and that's the dog as well.
So, when I said it depends on what the very next action does?
It do be dependent, it do be dependent.
And that's why I didn't want to answer straight away.
It do be depending. Wisdom into double T-fault. Will we see another dog get played? That's ungodly if that happens. He does.
Oh wait, is that?
That's top class. That's either PG or dog.
He's thinking about it, which means
that's a PG now.
Yeah.
No, it's the Sage.
It's the Sage, which is also a good hit.
It's a really good hit, yeah. Especially because, Aelquilibra isn't going to have her tied just yet.
Yeah.
Because Aelquilibra starts to trying on turn 3.
Turn 3, yeah.
That means Daniel gets a free turn on that. And the thing is, when he soulmasts his starter, that means he can go dog plus starter and
starter.
Which, again, it's not insane numbers, but it's another filter.
It's another push, yeah. It's another push, it's another filter. It's still 18.
Elementaria as well. Defensive, though, is pretty huge.
Defensive is good. It's still asking for cards, but it means... And 23. Yeah, I think... Very strong turn from Daniel. This is the Rezael we all know and love. When Rezael high rolls you, it's sweet. When Bat high rolls you, I call human resources. You just call it out. Soul Charge 1. That's for Shadowverse, for anybody that hears that. I know time might be going incredibly fast. We're all having fun, but it hasn't been 15 minutes.
Yeah. It's like, listen, it's not that fast, alright? Relax.
Yeah. Daniel just confirming what his opponent's cards do. Oh, hang on, no.
That's an order.
Oh,
yeah, so the order he's played...
That's the new order. Is that the...
It's the Aelquilibra order. So effectively what it does is when you play it, it's counterblast 1 if you have an Aelquilibra. You choose up to 2 grade 3 or less cards with different names when the overcharge ability from your drop, and you call them 2 separate regards. So he's just announcing that he's playing it effectively.
Yeah.
It's like to equalize the scales of the world or something. What I call it when I beat a Grand Blue player. Justice.
There you go. Yeah. I think he said he's the kind that he forgot to energy charge, so he remembered to do that. Yeah. So 18-18. Yeah, safe, no guards. If you check. So you do stop an attack. So I'll be 18. I'd swing, and the live heal is really appreciated. 18 to T-Fault. And 28. So it depends on what's in Daniel's hand. I see some triggers. I think letting this happen and taking the next one, you can do a 1. You can do a 2 and a 0 or a 1. You can do a 1 and a 1. A lot of Aelquilibra's pressure comes from next turn, so I think guarding was the correct play. Even though it reduces your ceiling, like I would rather just not die.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of that.
Me on a good day.
Me on a good day.
The desire to not hit 6 damage is the power of the indomitable human spirit.
The base power stuff.
Yeah, 18 to the rear. Is that it's a 2 and a 0, so it's I'm awful with names, but this is 26. I think this is a no guard. Yeah. Oh, another heal. That's a second life heal. That's crazy.
It's actually like in the door. Daniel Macovia, my goat.
That's great. So,
ooh, and the Persona Ride coming up the never zone.
That's an easy way. That's an easy way to become a 5 attack deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Energy Blast, Shove to Soul, draw 1. Like, it's very possible that that Robin goes to 5 here. Going to 5.
Possible, nay, mandatory.
You don't want to be in this position.
But the one card we get to see come down here is, again, a card we haven't seen in a good little while. It is the Destined One of Scales, Aelquilibra. Introduced actually in set 4, and funnily enough, that was our first game of the season.
The first game
Olden
of the
versus
season, yeah.
Aelquilibra. So it was your actually first game casting as well. So it has the effect of Act, I really Soul Blast 1. You choose 3 of your units and they gain 5k. But if they have the Overcharge ability, they gain 10k instead. And then also you also it gains 10k and you draw a card. And then your divine skills, you can basically choose CB1 for 2 more units and power them up. And give them 5k, and then if they have the overcharge ability and your opponent, you get 10k, and if then the opponent's at 4 damage unless you ping them for 1 and neg 10k from whatever the trigger defensive is.
So do you think there's a chance he'll use the divine skill here to just try and get back on the board a bit?
So the only way I could potentially see it is because Rezael, we were talking about this yesterday, its choke points are 1, 3, 4, and 5. But 1 to 2 really makes no odds except them being on a high number.
Yeah.
So there is an argument for just pinging him and just basically telling him, like, look, you're now a 2, you gain no benefit from him, but you're 1 card closer to dying as far as I'm concerned. But the trouble is, I don't know if Robin can really withstand
another turn.
Yeah, I don't think he can also 0 to 6 his opponent. I don't think Rezael dies here, but no way, no how. I think other than a short of a crit OT crit, I don't think that's happening.
Which can happen. Anything can happen in Cowboy Vanguard.
But even then, I think even with that, Daniel just shows him 2 PGs and goes, anyway. So, you were saying? But one thing many people don't actually know is Robin is one of the founding members of Crushing the Meta. So JJ and Hart's team are like old member of that team. I believe he's been playing the game for almost as long as it's been around now.
So Robin's just explaining Aelquilibra's effect to Daniel. Just pinging. Daniel's confirming that.
But yeah, no. The thing is, just the numbers that Overcharge is able to manage. Like when you hear just now, he goes 43. He goes, casually, no persona ride.
No
by the way.
persona ride, just. It makes numbers incredibly easy, but although saying that, his hand looks like to be 2 or 3 cards.
But also remember that the thing with Aelquilibra, or with Rezael specifically, is it can handle a lot of pokes. It's really bad at decks that go really tall.
Yes.
Because it can't recur that forever.
Yeah.
But it can kind of it draws a lot, but those cards can stop pokes.
Yeah.
But they're just very, very bad at stopping towers.
Towers, yes.
And unfortunately, Aelquilibra is all towers.
And then you restand them both. 5 attack deck, baby.
In a world of Excel decks, Aelquilibra is X Pearly Noir.
Elementary is appreciated. So with Daniel at 4 here, he'll take this. So he's got full ceiling now.
Yeah.
This was a good Aelquilibra turn, I'd say.
But I think Daniel was also never guarding that seriously.
Yeah.
I think you want to be on 5 and you got right. Now you're going to live through this. Because Daniel's going to show the Persona Ride and going to show us the Rezael.
I think the risk for Daniel here, though, is OT is still in the deck for Robin, and he's just put himself 2-5. So now he could be in a position where he gets OT'd, and now he gets killed. Though he's just using his divine skill now. Yeah, just confirming that it's drive +1 and not triple drive. 1 crit back. I think Daniel is scared of dying, which is why you would do it here. I think he's giving himself the best chance if he does get OT, just to maybe have a 6 heal. It's moisturizer.
I thought it was like a spray.
Tea tree oil. No product placement here. Maybe next.
Draws war paint on her face.
No product placement. Next year. Goes to top. Draws.
I appreciate the
stack,
optimism.
stack. Keeps it on top. Looking at all his options.
Boy.
And you just go for the 5. You just go full send.
And the one thing you get to see in this drop zone as well is one of the other new cards from set 6, which is a new Regalis piece actually. Oh, I might be seeing that then? Did I?
I think you might be seeing things.
Well, we know for a fact that we've seen out of Robin's side, but well, we don't. Wait, was it previous game then? Oh, it might have just been, yeah. Fair enough. I'm like
All in
actually
his mind?
tripping. Yeah. Source the voices. Oh.
Yeah, there's the front.
Oh.
Front.
Oh. What the? You can't do that to a man. That's fucked up. Well, that's fucked up.
You can't.
Daniel, what the fuck? Can't do that to a man. Jesus Christ. Well, we're going to go examine the body, but until then, we'll see you guys in round 4. 1 second.